I'm legit just... Oh, no. Because I have a big head and little arms.
Teeny tiny cups are normal. La 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 la.
Water cooler moments.
What's your name again?
Hey, I'm Efrain. What's your name?
Hi, Efrain. I'm Auburn. Not only are you thirsty, but you're fabulous.
Well, thank you. You too.
I try. What do you do here?
So I'm a coach. I coach new and tenured agents. I listen to their calls, give them feedback, and kind of coach them to wherever they want to go from here. If it's just staying as an agent or moving up, that's my role.
Listening.
Watching. All the time.
Learning.
Big brother.
Right. If you knew that animals could talk, which one do you think would be the most rude?
Definitely have to say a rhino. They walk with this poise and they're just like, move out of my way. I have to come
I'm here.
with my big old horn.
I also feel like peacocks would be really shady. They already seem kind of grandiose with all their feathers, but I feel like they look at us like peasants, and I don't like that.
I can see that. I can see that.
Efrain Irizarry Cruz. Who is that guy? Who is he?
I would consider Efrain to be the life of the party sometimes, right?
Work, yes.
I think that Efrain is a fun, caring person, but I think that in the core, I'm just a people person. I think that I'm a person that likes to help others. Dad would describe me as a whole, a big family man as well. I love my family.
Have you ever felt like you couldn't be yourself, or?
Oh, no. 100%. Since I walked through those doors, I felt like I was at home. Just being greeted with big old smiles. Hey, welcome in. It was just a nice environment. And that genuinely made me feel like I was where I needed to be. I never felt like I had to dim my light or none of that. I genuinely felt like I could be myself from the moment I got hired at Foundever. So prior to, I worked as a bartender at one of the hotels, but prior to that I was working for a clothing store doing HR for them, and then I also did management for a movie theater chain. So I've been kind of everywhere, kind of dipping my toes, but I feel like I found home. I was a little bit hesitant because it was a brand new world. I genuinely did not know that I was going to be as successful as I've been so far. I'm glad that I was able to just let myself go and give myself the chance to do it. And it's has surpassed my expectations at this point.
That's good.
I have a great team of coaches that I work with, right? I have two closer co-workers that I work with, Latasha and Larissa. Girl, they have been through. For me to kind of move up in the company, I've had to create those kind of relationships, right? Hands-on. Hey, this is how it is. Let's work together. So I thank them a lot because without them, I genuinely don't know how successful my training would have been without that push and that help, because it might take a village to raise a child, but it took a village to raise this coach, for sure.
If you could describe your family to a stranger, what would you say?
The Kardashians have nothing on us. So we are very tight-knit. We are there for each other 100% of the time. Be the role of a father figure for my siblings before. So that has literally molded me to be this leader and have this role that has definitely transitioned into my coaching role, where I'm able to have that understanding and that compassion with other people, where I'm able to actively listen to others, and be able to assess the situation from there.
Like, that's all. If anyone were to ask me one word to describe you, I would say like it's a light that people I think naturally like want to gravitate towards, and like I think that just comes from your genuine heart and like this extra special embrace of who you are as a person. Foundever found you the same way that you found Foundever, because I mean, I can imagine I could call anyone right now and they'd say 10,000 million positive things about you.
Thank you. And it's true. I definitely feel like as much as I found Foundever, Foundever found me, and we've been a family ever since. So I definitely agree and I appreciate that.
And we're not a cult.
But we're not a cult. Definitely not.
So So we're gonna start this section with What's in My Pouch, where we've gathered some really fun items and you have to tell me the context of the item. A little birdie told me you like Harry Potter.
I do.
Which house are you first?
Gryffindor, through and through. Harry Potter for me was my escape. Harry Potter was my superhero. I've always been into like magic and stuff. I had a stick and I was Leviosa.
A dog toy.
I have Bronx and Lennox.
Okay.
And the names came from the fact that I am from New York City. So I kind of wanted to keep it from home. And Bronx, as soon as I saw him, I was like, you're Bronx. Like, his face is just Bronx. You know, it's funny to love a person, but when you love an animal, and they're following you everywhere, and you know, it's just that excitement, that love that you feel from them as well as you love them. It's unconditional.
And it's a love that you just never expect, because I'm a fur mom as well. And just when I look at my little dog's face, I was like, I will protect you with my life.
I literally look at Lennox and Bronx and I'm like, I just want to squeeze you.
Exactly, and they're like, okay. I couldn't not do a mystery pouch without a magnifying glass. What is it about crime stories that like attracts you to it?
I don't know. I like the investigative side. It's just the problem solving. The looking into the case, the helping others, well, drove me to the true crime world. I genuinely didn't think that I would be a podcast kind of person.
Okay.
I never was until one day I came across Crime Junkies and I was just like, oh, these are my girls. This is my podcast. This is my niche.
So tell me one of your favorite memories from your childhood.
One of my favorite memories was when I went to Disney World for the first time with my dad at the time. And it was the first time I met my brother. Seeing my little brother for the first time and actually getting to hug him and him knowing that it was me. It was beyond, it was beyond comparison.
Are there any moments that stand out to you in your career journey where you're like, I'm always gonna think of that and have fond memories?
There was a moment where at the beginning of my career with Foundever, unfortunately I made a mistake while I was at work, but there was no moment during that time where I felt like I made the mistake. It was just a learning experience. It was more so, hey, it's okay. Nothing is
Right.
broken. Everything will be okay. But guess what? Now you acknowledge the fact that you did that. You know how to move forward. And you know, it's all the way up from here. So the fact that there is a moment for you to expand and explore your horizons, you don't have to just stay at the agent level, right? You can definitely continue to move up, be that leader that you always wanted to be, right? And I feel like a lot of people have that misconception where you're just going to be stuck on calls. And I truly, truly believe that that is not the case. Ooh, I lost my train of thought.
That happens to me all the time. I'm just like, yeah, what?
No, don't worry. I got everything I need. Snacks? Nope. Gotcha. do you want a snack? Like
Water cooler moments? Out now.
Because there was a pause there. There was a pause there, and I was like,